New Mexico State is having a program historic season this year. Since 1967, including this season, they have only had 7 winning seasons, and their program has always felt like it was on the brink of falling apart, with that being shown with the demise of the WAC conference, causing them to become an independent in 2013, and from 2018 until last season. Under head coach Jerry Kill, it finally looks like this program is on an upward trajectory, and may be able to accomplish some feats the program has never seen. A perfect example of this includes this past weekend when they went into Auburn and walked out with $1.85 million and a program-changing victory. This is the story of New Mexico State football, the program that held on to stay at the FBS level. But before we get into this, if you enjoy college football content like this, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I am planning to release multiple videos a week this season. Also, let me know what your favorite story has been this year in college football in the comment section below. New Mexico State football began in 1893 when they took on their in-state rival, New Mexico, for the first time on January 1st, 1894. They are a program that has jumped from multiple conferences, spending time as an independent, a member of the Border Conference, the Missouri Valley Conference, the Big West Conference, the Sun Belt Conference, and finally the WAC in 2005, where it looked like they may have found their first real home for an extended period of time. They won 4 conference championships in 1938, 1960, 1976, and 1978, but over the past 50 years, they have never been able to have a period of prolonged success. Warren B. Woodson led them to an undefeated 11-0 record in 1960, where they became ranked in the AP poll for the first time in program history. Woodson led the Aggies to some of their most successful seasons in program history, but he found himself with a contentious relationship with the administration. After the 1967 season, a year they went 7-2-1, the university invoked a clause requiring state employees to retire at the age of 65. Thus, Woodson, who would turn 65 that offseason, was essentially forced out. The program would never reach the same heights and would fall to the bottom of college football, with many referring to this as the Woodson curse. In the 49 seasons between Woodson's firing and 2016, New Mexico State amassed just 4 winning seasons while failing to appear in a single bowl game until the 2017 Arizona Bowl. Mike Knoll took over in 1986 and went 4-40. Jim Hess followed with a 22-55 record. Tommy Samuel went 34-57, while the great Hal Mumm couldn't even revive the program, putting together an 11-38 record. Wayne Walker would watch as the school would bottom out as he would go 10-40 as the WAC conference fell apart as well. From 2010 to 2013, the Western Athletic Conference underwent major realignment, which would leave the conference with only 2 football playing members as of the 2013 season: New Mexico State and Idaho. As a result, the WAC could no longer sponsor football as a conference. New Mexico State hired Doug Martin in 2013. Martin had previously served at Kent State from 2004 to 2010, going 29-53 as head coach. After that, he served as New Mexico State's offensive coordinator and quarterback coach in 2011, in the same position with Boston College in 2012. In his first season, they went 2-10 and joined the Sun Belt Conference in 2014, going 2-10 for the second season in a row. They improved to 3-9 in both 2015 and 2016, and finally made it to their first bowl game since 1960 and 2017, going 7-6. After the season, though, it was announced the Sun Belt was not renewing their membership due to them not fitting in their footprint. The Aggies fell back down to earth, going 3-9 in 2018, 2-10 in 2019, 1-1 in 2020, and after a 2-10 record in 2021, Martin was not retained. The man chosen to replace Martin, who finished with a 25-74 record, was Jerry Kill. Jerry Kill is a very experienced head coach. He led Southern Illinois to an impressive 55-32 record and 5 straight FCS playoff appearances before taking over at Northern Illinois, leading them to a 10-3 record in 2010. He continued his upward trajectory, taking over at Minnesota. His 3-9 first season there was not a great start, and that was not helped by some health issues he dealt with throughout the season. He took the Gophers to the Meineke Car Care of Texas Bowl the following year, and things were looking up with a 4-1 start to begin the 2013 campaign. But after a seizure prevented him from attending the Michigan game, Kill took a leave of absence to seek treatment. Minnesota went on to win 4 consecutive Big Ten games for the first time since 1973. Even without Kill present on the field, the Gophers finished with an 8-5 record. The American Football Association named Kill the Region 3 Coach of the Year. 2014 started off strong with a 5-1 record, but things sputtered out towards the end of the season with losses to Illinois, Ohio State, Wisconsin, and Missouri in the Citrus Bowl. Yet he was still named Big Ten Coach of the Year. After a 4-3 start to the 2015 season, Kill was forced to retire due to worsening health problems. Following his time at Minnesota, he spent time at Southern Illinois as their athletic director, a special assistant at Virginia Tech and TCU, and later the interim head coach for the Horned Frogs when Patterson and TCU chose to part ways. The Jerry Kill era at New Mexico State did not start off very well. They started off 0-4, being outscored 124-20 to the likes of Minnesota and Wisconsin. They beat Hawaii 45-26, but after losing to FIU, they were viewed as one of the worst teams in the FBS. But after a much-needed win against rival New Mexico in the Battle of I-25, things began to come together. The team would go on to win 5 of their last 6 regular season games, a stretch that included one of the biggest upsets of the college football season, a 49-14 win over previously ranked Liberty, where New Mexico State quarterback Diego Pavia accounted for 6 touchdowns and 339 all-purpose yards. But due to their San Jose State game being postponed after the shocking death of Spartans freshman running back Camden McWright, the Aggies replaced them with an FCS opponent and had to have a waiver approved by the NCAA to go bowling. The NCAA actually did something right and approved the waiver, and year 1, they were a bowl team. They would beat Bowling Green in the Quick Lane Bowl, and the whole community rallied around the team, with their mayor saying, "There's something different this time around." After the season, Kill told the New Mexico State Roundup, "I've done this for 40 years, and I've never seen a team that I could get in the first year, get them to buy in and really simulate what life's all about. I couldn't be more proud of the group." After the season, Kill signed a contract extension through 2027 and stated that his goal was to graduate every one of his players. He went on to say, "I want them to be good husbands and raise their kids if that's what they choose to do. On the field, I want to get better every year and build our program up to where we can be in a bowl game every year. After that, winning a conference championship. You go into the conference, and that's what you eventually want to do." Kill's health issues would rear their ugly head again, but he was able to return quickly. The team would rally around him with Pavia saying, "It's great, He's our leader, and whenever we see him out here, it's like we gotta go even harder for him. That's how I feel. That's how the team feels. We just want to make him proud. He's given us all opportunities, and we gotta make the most of it." The season started off with a loss to UMass and Liberty to start off 1-2, but followed that up with another win over New Mexico. A tight loss to Hawaii brought them to 2-3. Since then, they have gone on a 7-game win streak, beating FIU, Sam Houston, UTEP, Louisiana Tech, Middle Tennessee, Western Kentucky, and then maybe the biggest win in school history over Auburn this past weekend. Led by Diego Pavia, New Mexico State walked into Auburn as 25-point underdogs and pulled off the upset while also getting paid $1.85 million. For the second straight season against Hugh Freeze, the New Mexico State quarterback tossed 3 touchdowns and was the best player on the field. At every single critical moment of the game, he put the team on his back and made the play. He was 4 of 5 passing for 53 yards and on 3rd down, including a touchdown on 3rd and goal. They have clinched their spot in the Conference USA Championship game, their first year in the conference, where they may be taking on an undefeated Liberty team. Kill has brought new life to this program and will be looking to win the school their first conference title since the 70s. It'll be the first time since 1959 and 1960 that they will go to back-to-back bowl games. No matter what happens the rest of the season, Kill has life back in a program that has really only known despair. What do you think? How special has this season been for New Mexico State? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out one of my other videos YouTube thinks you will love right here. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more college football content. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, remember to embrace the grind.